Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET Englishtown.
Hello everyone and welcome to another SSET video. Today we are doing our 1C reading class. It is our Monday, Wednesday, Friday 4 o'clock class. Today we are finishing the Paper Bag Princess. So you will need both books, your workbook and the reading book, the Paper Bag Princess. Today we are doing pages 17 and 18 in our workbook. So make sure you have both of your books when you are ready to go. Let's get stuck into it. All right, we're going to finish the Paper Bag Princess today. So I will read the last few pages of the book and then we will answer the questions on page 17 and on page 18. Now, make sure that you are doing your homework if you're at home. Make sure you are filling in your homework pages. Here you have to find out what the meaning of the words are. So you write the meaning on one line here and then you find that word that is in the book and then you write the word that is in the book underneath the meaning. All right, so let's get stuck in and read the last few pages. So you will need to start here. This is the end of the book. So this is where we are going to find the answers for pages 17 and 18. All right, so make sure you have your book open to this page. So find this page, it's right at the back of the book. And let's start. Elizabeth walked right over the dragon and opened the door to the cave. There was Prince Ronald. He looked at her and said, "Elizabeth, you are a mess. You smell like ashes, your hair is all tangled, and you are wearing a dirty old paper bag. Come back when you are dressed like a real princess." The next page. "Ronald," said Elizabeth, "your clothes are really pretty, and your hair is very neat. You look like a real prince, but you are a bum. They didn't get married after all." And there is Elizabeth running off into the sunset. All right, let's answer some questions. If you open your workbook to page 17, let's do question number 1. Question number 1. What did Elizabeth do next? What did Elizabeth do next? Have a look on this page. You will find the answer for question number 1 at the top. What did Elizabeth do next? Elizabeth walked right over the dragon and opened the door to the cave. So the question again, what did Elizabeth do next? Elizabeth opened the door to the cave. Elizabeth opened the door to the cave. Elizabeth opened the door to the cave. Who was in the cave? Why did she open the door to the cave? Because Ronald was in the cave. Ronald was in there. All right, make sure you write the answers as we go. Elizabeth opened the door to the cave. Question number 2. When Prince Ronald saw Elizabeth, what did he say? What did he say? Have a look on this page again. You'll find the answer here. I'll read it to you again. There was Prince Ronald. He looked at her and said, "Elizabeth, you are a mess." So Prince Ronald said, "Elizabeth, you are a mess." Prince Ronald said, Elizabeth, you are a mess. All right, make sure you do your inverted commas here for, why do we do these? Because speaking, one of the characters is speaking. This is Prince Ronald. He said, Elizabeth, you are a mess. All right, make sure you write your answers as we go along. Let's do question number 3. How did Elizabeth respond? Respond means answer. How did she answer? Have a look on this page, last page in the book. How did Elizabeth answer? She said, your clothes are really pretty and your hair is very neat. You look like a real prince, but you are a bum. All right, we don't need to write the whole thing, so we'll just summarize what she said. So we'll just take a little bit of what she said. Elizabeth said, you look like a real prince, but you are a bum. You look like a real prince, but you are a bum. So question number 3 was, how did Elizabeth respond? Respond means answer. So how did Elizabeth answer to this? Elizabeth said, you look like a real prince, but you are a bum. All right, make sure you write those down because I'm going to erase 1 and 2. If you need to keep writing, make sure you pause. All right, let's do question number 4. Did Princess Elizabeth and Prince Ronald get married? So did they get married in the end? No, they didn't get married. Princess Elizabeth and Prince Ronald didn't get married. They didn't get married. So the question for number 4 was, did Princess Elizabeth and Prince Ronald get married? And the answer is, Princess Elizabeth and Prince Ronald didn't get married. They didn't get married. All right, last question. Question number 5. Was Elizabeth upset about this? Was she upset that she didn't get married? Have a look. If you look at the photo, does she look upset? No, she doesn't look upset. She looks like she's jumping for joy. She's jumping because she's very happy. So the question again, was Elizabeth upset about this? And this one has 2 questions. How do you know? So Elizabeth wasn't upset. Elizabeth wasn't upset, and the other question was, how do we know that she wasn't upset? If you look at the photo of her, she's very happy. She's very happy here. She's jumping for joy. So Elizabeth wasn't upset because we can see her jumping for joy. Jumping for joy. She's jumping because she's very happy. So just repeat that one again. Question number 5 was Elizabeth upset that she didn't get married to Ronald? And how do we know? So the answer is Elizabeth wasn't upset because we can see her jumping for joy. All right, that is all the questions done for page 17. Now the last thing we need to do is open your mind, some questions here. So make sure you have finished the questions here. I will leave this here on the screen if you want to keep writing. But let's do open your mind down the bottom here. Open your mind. All right, question number 1. Why do you think they didn't get married? So why do you think Princess Elizabeth and Prince Ronald didn't get married. Now, do you remember in the book, from the beginning of the book, what happened? So Prince Ronald and Princess Elizabeth were going to get married, but a dragon came and smashed their castle. The dragon came and smashed the castle. And the dragon carried off Prince Ronald. So what did Elizabeth do? She was very brave. So she followed the dragon because she wanted to save Ronald. So she followed the dragon. She found the dragon because she followed the dragon's trail. He left burnt forest and horse's bones. So she followed the dragon to his cave. So she knocked on the door. The dragon came out. The dragon told her to go away. She knocked on the door again, but the dragon told her to go away. So what did she do? She was very smart. She was very brave, but she was also very smart. She tricked the dragon into burning all these forests, not once, but twice. And then he had no fire left in his breath. His fiery breath was empty because Elizabeth made him burn up all these forests. But she also did something else. She said to the dragon, "Can you fly around the world in 10 seconds? So the dragon did. He flew around the world. And then Elizabeth said, "Do it again." So the dragon did. Now, he wasn't a very smart dragon, but Elizabeth was very smart. She knew that she would make the dragon tired. So the dragon flew around the world 2 times, and he was very tired after the second time. So what happened? The dragon fell asleep. So Elizabeth was able to save Ronald. But Ronald wasn't very nice to Elizabeth. Look at him. He's pointing his finger at her and telling her that she looks dirty and her hair is all tangled, and he told her to come back when she looks like a real princess. After everything that she did to save Ronald, he wasn't very thankful. He didn't say thank you for saving me. He told her to come back when she looked like a princess. So the question was, in our Open Your Mind, why do you think they didn't get married? I think it's because Elizabeth did all these brave and smart things to save Ronald, but in the end, Ronald wasn't very thankful. He didn't appreciate all the trouble that she went to save him. So that's why they didn't get married, because Ronald was a bum. He was a loser. So question number 2. To appreciate someone is to be thankful for them. So that word appreciate means to be thankful for someone and what they have done. So what did Elizabeth do for Ronald? Well, she saved him from the dragon. She made the dragon so tired that he fell asleep, and she could save Ronald from the cave. But Ronald didn't appreciate what she did. He wasn't thankful. He was pointing his finger at her and telling her, "You are dirty, your hair is horrible. Come back when you look like a real princess." He wasn't thankful at all. So he didn't appreciate Princess Elizabeth. And how do we know that? How do we know he didn't appreciate her? Because, like we just said, when Elizabeth saved Ronald from the dragon and he came out of the cave, he told Elizabeth that you're wearing a dirty old paper bag and your hair is tangled. Come back when you look like a real princess. He didn't say, "Thank you for saving me. I don't care what you look like. Let's still get married." But he didn't say that. He wasn't very appreciative at all. So the question was, did Ronald appreciate Elizabeth? No, he didn't. And how do we know that? Because after Elizabeth saved Ronald, Ronald was very horrible to Elizabeth. All right, question number 3. Open your mind. Question number 3. What did the princess learn about Ronald? What did she learn about Ronald? Well, she learned that he wasn't very nice. He wasn't brave. He wasn't brave like she was. She did all these wonderful things to outsmart the dragon. She tricked the dragon. She made him get rid of his fiery breath by burning the forests. And she made the dragon fly around the world 2 times, so he got very tired and he fell asleep. But Ronald wasn't a very nice prince in the end. So, question number 4 was, or is, do you think Elizabeth made the right decision? Was it right for Elizabeth to say, I don't want to get, or not to get married? Yes, it was, because Ronald was a loser. He was a bum. He wasn't very brave, he wasn't very smart, and he didn't appreciate all the things that Elizabeth had done to save him. All right, so that is open your mind here. All right, I'm going to erase this and make sure you have written your answers. All right, 17, finished. Page 17, finished. Let's do page 18. Page 18. We have some vocabulary words here that we need to fill in the sentences. All right, so make sure you have your pen, you're ready to go. And number 1. The zoo has a lion, a chicken, and a rabbit. The lion is the blank of those 3. The lion is the blank of those 3. Now let's go through all the words that we have here. We have 10 words. Excuse me. The first one is unfortunately. The next one is enough. The next one, fiercest. Fiercest. Tangled. Expensive. Chaste. Decided. Trail. Burnt. And the last one is knocker. Knocker. Now, if you have forgotten what these words mean, make sure you go back to your vocabulary list at the start of the book, page 4 and 5. Go back to your vocabulary list and make sure you look at the words again. All right, so let's do number 1. Number 1. The zoo has a lion, a chicken, and a rabbit. The lion is the blank of those 3. The lion. So lion, chicken, rabbit. So which word do you think? It is the fiercest. Fiercest. So fiercest. Fiercest. All right, let's read the full sentence with the word. The zoo has a lion, a chicken, and a rabbit. The lion is the fiercest of those 3. The fiercest, the angriest, the scariest. Number 2. I wanted to see that movie. Blank, I couldn't find it at the store. I wanted to see that movie. Blank, I couldn't find it at the store. Which word do you think it is? I wanted to see that movie. Unfortunately, I couldn't find it at the store. Unfortunately. Remember, you say this word when you wish that something were not true. So he wishes what was not true was that he couldn't find the movie at the store. So he couldn't find the movie that he wanted to see. Number 3. The cat made the dog angry. The dog blank the cat away. The cat made the dog angry. The dog blank the cat away. The dog chased the cat away. Chased the cat away. Chased the cat away. Now, I have to tell you, remember, this one is a capital Y because it is the start of a sentence here. So make sure you have a capital for this one. And any other words that are the beginning of a sentence, make sure you start with a capital. Number 4. I don't have blank money to buy the game. I will ask my mum for more. I don't have blank money to buy the game. I will ask my mum for more. He will or she will ask for more money. So what is the word? I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money to buy the game. I will ask my mom for more. I will ask my mom for more money. So I don't have enough money. Number 5. When I wake up, my hair is a mess. It is all, remember that word? That Elizabeth's hair, after the dragon burnt her castle, her hair was all tangled. Tangled. So number 5, when I wake up, my hair is a mess. It is all tangled. All right, number 6. The king has a lot of money. He has very blank clothes. The king has a lot of money. He has very blank clothes. Do you remember at the start of the book? Prince Ronald and Princess Elizabeth are there and they say, Princess Elizabeth has very blank clothes. What's that word for a lot of money? Something costs a lot of money? Expensive. Good. The king has a lot of money. He has very expensive clothes. Very expensive clothes. Very expensive clothes. All right, number 7. My neighbor doesn't have a doorbell. A doorbell. Ding dong. My neighbor doesn't have a doorbell. You have to use his... What is that? That Elizabeth was using when she was banging on the cave, on the door to the dragon, to the dragon's cave. My neighbor doesn't have a doorbell. You have to use his knocker. You have to use his knocker. All right, I'm going to erase 1, 2, 3. So number 8. My dad forgot about the meat he was cooking. So it was, Dad, he forgot about the meat. My dad forgot about the meat he was cooking. So it was burnt. It was burnt. My dad forgot about the meat he was cooking and it was burnt. Dad. All right, number 9. I didn't get a good score last time, so I blank to study harder next time. Now we only have 2 words left, decided and trail. I didn't get a good score last time, so I blank to study harder next time. I decided, past the tense. It has a D on the end, so decided. I decided to study harder. I didn't get a good score last time. I decided to study harder. And the last one, number 10. Last one. I was very wet after walking in the rain. I left a blank of water behind me. I was very wet after walking in the rain. I left a blank of water behind me. The last one is, do you remember when the dragon carried off Ronald? Elizabeth decided to follow the dragon. How did she follow him? Because he left a trail. Good. I was very wet after walking in the rain. I left a trail of water behind me. I left a trail of water behind me. Good, that is your vocab for page 18. Excellent, good job. Now, for homework, I hope you are doing all your homework at home. Make sure you do page 19. And also, make sure you are studying your vocab for the Paperback Princess. So make sure you are studying all your vocab for Paperback Princess. And finish page 19, which is the word puzzle. So we can check that next time we have a video session. Now, one more thing I have to tell you before we go. That is the end of today's reading lesson for 1C, and it is also the end of the Paperback Princess. We do have one more vocab lesson to do when we do our next reading class, but then we are doing our next book, our reading book, which is Mouse Tales. So make sure you have your Mouse Tales book for our next reading class. We are going to have one more vocab test for the Paperback Princess, and then we will have a new book, Mouse Tales. So make sure you have this book for our next reading class. All right, that is all we have time for today. So thank you again for watching. I hope you are all keeping safe at home. And until I see you again next time, bye for now.
Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET Englishtown.